Hello there, people. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. I'm Anthony DeGoey. And as we continue on with season team previews, we have finally landed to teams that made the playoffs. So if you're the first team to talk about making the playoffs, that means you were the first team eliminated for the playoffs. And that dishonored goes to the Washington Capitals. Man, the Capitals were a wild card, wild shot team to make the playoffs, and even though they made the playoffs, they had a negative 37 goals against. They allowed 37 more goals and still made the playoffs. I mean, they had a decent record. They had 40 wins, 31 losses, 11 overtime losses for 91 points. Not bad. 220 goals for, 257 against. Capitals are a aging veteran team with very little use sprinkled out throughout. And at the first half of the season, they were struggling, and so was Ovechkin. But in the second half, Ovechkin turned it on. The rest of the team played, and their goaltending carried them to the playoffs. Speaking of Ovechkin, he is 41 goals away now from Wayne Gretzky tying 42 to take the record. I mean, he played 79 games last year, had 31 goals, 34 assists for 65 points. I said he turned it on. Like, there's parts of last season we were wondering if Ovechkin would score 15 goals, and he still got over 30. Other key parts of the team: John Carlson, 82 goals. He had 82 games, 10 goals, 42 assists, 52 points. And Tom Wilson, big boy, can score, be a hit and fight. He played in 74 games, 18 goals, 17 assists, 35 points. He can definitely put up more. But, you know, this is an aging core that, you know, can still play, but they're not what they're kind of like Pittsburgh. They're not what they are not what they once were. But they can still play. I mean, they won a Stanley Cup in 2018, so goaltending was their strength last year. Charlie Lindgren had a career year, played in 50 games, 25 wins, 16 losses, 7 overtime losses for a 2.67 goals against average and a .911 save percentage and 6 shutouts, tied for the league. Darcy Kemper came to Washington after winning the Cup with Colorado. He didn't have a good year. 33 games, 13 wins, 14 losses, 3 overtime losses, a 3.31 goals against average, and a .890 save percentage with 1 shutout. This is somebody Washington brought in thinking that could stabilize their goaltending, and he wasn't the answer. So he was shipped out to LA straight up for Pierre-Luc Dubois, who was days away from his no trade clause maybe kicking in, but he is now Washington Capital. They're hoping he could become that first line center that they've been missing since Backstrom went out. They also brought in Matt Roy, free agency from LA. Jacob Chikrin was acquired in a trade from Ottawa. And Logan Thompson was acquired from Vegas to replace Kemper. And Logan Thompson and Langwin could be battling for he's going to be a starter. Logan Thompson wasn't playing in 46 games, 25 wins, 14 losses, 5 overtime losses, a 2.70 goal against average, a .908 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Logan Thompson is under the radar good. Yes, Adrian Hill took over for Vegas, but Logan Thompson was that player before he got hurt. Salary cap. They are way over the cap. Without LTIR figured in, they are $10 million, over $10 million over the cap. $10 million. They are negative $10,270,001. But with Backstrom and TJ Oshie going to be put on LTIR, that gives them about $15 million in cap space. So they'll be almost $5 million in cap space after the LTIR kicks in. Agent team still going because of Ovechkin, so, you know, see what happens. I think, you know, this is a definitely improvement for what they were last year. They have one washer spot still to be filled, probably internally. They have had one first round pick and 2 second round picks this year, and they still have 2 of their 3 retention spots for trades. I said overall, Washington was that wild shot team last year, and this during the offseason, I think they improved. They will definitely be challenged for a playoff spot again this year. You know, if Ovechkin keeps going, he can break Gretzky's record this year. Maybe not. He can possibly still score 40-plus goals. So, that's my opinion of Washington. I think they will be better. They improved this offseason, definitely. So, they just got to get that goals against settled back down to more even. They'll be fine. So, tell me what you think about the Washington Capitals' chances of making the playoffs and how they did in the offseason. Plus, do you think Ovechkin will break Gretzky's record this year? Down low in the comment below. And if you're liking the stuff we are producing on the channel, please subscribe to the channel and like our videos. We will greatly appreciate it. And as always, have a good night. Until then.